Hi everybody, it's Lynn from Lynn's Crafts Designs. I want to welcome you to hosted by MiniScenesGB. Tracy. This is it's actually a candy mold. Okay, don't notice how dirty it is. It's been in a box in the top of the closet in my sewing room literally for years. Just taking the paper off, backing off. I'll put it back on when I'm done. It's just jack-o'-lanterns. Now, if you've never used a candy mold like this, you can put resin in it, you can put polymer clay in it, you can put paper clay in it. Today we're going to do UV resin. But first, I'm going to add a little, possibly alcohol ink. Let me find one. No. I think I can reach one. Yeah, this one is the Pinata Calabaza Orange. Calabaza Orange. Okay, let me get a little, we'll just do one of these. If you don't know what one of these is, it's just one of these. Come on. You finally get it, and then it flips back down. I think this is two. Yep. This is something my husband brought me the other day from one of his fishing trips. It's actually a rabbit skull. I don't know why I showed that, but anyway. Okay, let's do a little resin. I possibly should have filled up my bottle again. It doesn't matter if I get too much, I'll just make two. And I'm thinking that's not quite enough. These little jack-o'-lanterns are deceptively deeper than you think. That'd be enough there. Now we're going to add a little bit. I'm going to put two. This is just a silicone tool. Ooh, that's pretty. Possibly not quite orange enough. That was 4 drops. You really don't want to add any more than that. Okay, wipe the UV resin off my tool. Okay, let's fill her up. Won't be enough. I knew it wouldn't be. Come on, don't make me stop and fill it up right this minute. I just added 2 to it this time because it's less volume. Alright, now. I don't know about y'all, but I really don't care for these cups. Just because the resin gets stuck in the bridges. Okay. Now, I'm going to place this under my UV light, which unfortunately doesn't have a long enough cord to show on. Okay, my mama had a favorite saying, do as I say, not as I do. Spray the mold with mold release first. It was a booger to get out, but it did come out. I think I may have just tried to demold it while it was still too warm, because once it cooled off it kind of popped right out. So there we go. Chocolate mold. I just put the orange backing on there so you could see it easier. Okay. Now, I have lots of these candy molds that I just picked up at a garage sale a few years back. My husband says all the time that I just craft with yard sale crap. But anyway, it's not crap if you buy new stuff. New. Here's the price tag. When it was new, it was $2.99 from Hobby Lobby. I have no idea how much those candy molds are now, but I bet they're not $2.99. Okay, need a little cleanup on the edges, because of course I over poured, which is typical. Not really, but in this instance. And yes, I have a deburring tool, but it's way over there in the drawer. And I'm not necessarily a lazy crafter, but it's kind of pointless just to get it out for one project, doesn't it? Again, do as I say, not as I do. I'm pretty proficient with an X-Acto knife. You may not be. Okay? I'm just going to trim up around the edge, and I'll be back. Okay, then this is just an emery board. It's one that, it actually came with a kit of, I don't know if it was the colored UV resin or what, but anyway. What I did was, from the back to the front, from the back, okay, not really sanding on the front, okay. Where's my card? Where's my card? He's so cute. Okay, we're not gonna color in his details or anything yet. We're gonna save that probably to the end. Alright, but I'm gonna I still can't decide to do a brooch or to do a pendant. Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit of, this is the Speedball metal leaf sizing, Mona Lisa Speedball metal leaf sizing. And I'm going to put some metal leaf on the back. Now, I just don't know what color, if I should stick to a coppery color, or I could do a gold, obviously, or a silver. Each one will make it have a different reflective, I don't want to say quality, but at least color. It'll either lighten the color or maintain that color and just be a shiny, reflective. It'll be a backing, in other words, so you won't necessarily see through it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So I say all the time, this reminds me of my grandfather's, I guess you'd call it a workshop. We just called it a shop when I was a kid. He was a woodworker and a leather worker. He worked for Bell Helicopter years ago, when it was Bell Helicopter, and then all the other manifestations of whatever it was called, and wound up at General Dynamics and retired from General Dynamics. So did my mother. Of course, she did secretarial type stuff. I'm just using the silicone tool because once you stick a brush in here and it dries, it will ruin the brush. So Hey, while we wait on the pumpkin to dry, I thought we'd put together some earrings. I got these a couple of years ago. They either came from BB Craft or maybe Panda Haul. I'm not sure. If you look back on my videos, I'm sure I'll add a card or a link in the description of the video where these came from. Okay, the rest of this, other than the beads, the rest of this came from Temu. These little links. And then these are the stud earring findings. Okay. Love those. Let's get out a couple of those. Let's get out a couple of these links. One. You either get a handful or you get one. Okay. Now, I don't know if we're going to use all of these skulls, but we'll need some. Yeah. Some of these head pins. Okay, now let's see. To go with the pumpkin, let's try those. First of all, I want to welcome all you new watchers and subscribers. I don't normally talk like that, but to y'all I might. But anyway, I'm going to tell a story right now. My husband and I went, this was years ago, went to San Antonio, went to the Alamo. I've been a million times, trust me. And we were on the Riverwalk and had gone in a restaurant. So when we were coming out of the restaurant, this guy behind me stopped me and said, "Where are you from, Alabama?" If y'all ever heard anybody talk from Alabama, you'd know I am not from Alabama. And I said, "Nope, I'm from Texas. And from where I come from, we take that as an insult." I said it jokingly, but anyway. It was a super fun trip. My husband and I went with a couple that he used to work with. He used to work with one of them, the man. And it was one of those trips where we went, we got our hotel rooms, and then we didn't see them again for the rest of the whole trip. I think they just stayed in their hotel room and honeymooned, even though they weren't married. If you know what I mean. Let's get this straight, Lynn. Come on. Alright, there we go. Now, we'll put the crackle glass beads on because they're glass and they're heavier. Okay, then we'll put a skull. And we'll decide whether we need more than one or not. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I'm thinking just one. So we'll put the other two back up. Now, when I ordered these, I had no idea it would be more skulls than I could ever use in a lifetime. A bunch. Alright, let's do this. Now, I always say, when you go to bend the head pin back, don't cinch down on the beads. If they're glass beads, you could crack the bead. And trust me, I have done that many times. If you use seed beads especially. When I say I've broken them many times, not necessarily just cinching down too hard, but anyway. Back to the story about San Antonio. Saying it was one of the best trips there I had ever taken. I guess it was just because, you know, when you go through life and events happen that for some reason or another you just take in differently. You see the whole thing almost like in slow motion. That's what this trip felt like. Oh my goodness, come on. Thank you. There. Okay, now. Okay, this is Cosmic Shimmer Gilding Flakes. I don't know why they call them that, because gilding flakes can be a lot of different things. These in particular are metal leaf. Ooh. I'm really going to try not to talk because I tend to blow it around a lot when I talk. Okay, I've decided to put a coat of UV resin on the back. Hey! Now sealed on the back. It's looking cuter. Let's see about adding some details. Let me get fingers in there. This is a set of acrylic markers, an 80 pack that I got off of Temu. They are not the kind that you have to prime and all that. They're just, but they do work well. Alright, let me see if I can see. Alright. I just had to pull it over to myself so that I could see where to start. Okay. Now he does have a little, this may not be the right color. Nope, not the right color. Yeah, this one's better. He does have a little leaf. Right here on top. Okay, which I colored even the vein down the middle, because I'm going to try to find something a little darker. And then I'm going to do, let's do some green on the stem. And I'm going to do some brown on it as well. If I can find a brown that I like, because finding a brown you like is not easy. We're gonna just stick with this one because it's brown. A lot of the browns in the set have a grayer undercoat. Let's look and see. He's cute. Now, because these are acrylic paint markers, they will have the tendency to scratch off. So I would suggest coating the whole thing with this is Rust-Oleum water-based gloss sealer. You buy it in the furniture refinishing section. This used to be Varathane that I got off of Polymer Clay Express. I don't believe they sell it anymore. Okay, now this is a really small, really soft paintbrush. Okay, while we're waiting on that to dry, this is just a black, I believe it's sold as a leather cord that, yes, I got off Temu. I just bought a large haul of different earring findings and stuff like that. Necklace findings, obviously. I'm going to remove this large jump ring from the end temporarily. Okay. Now, why did I do that? Because this pinch bell that I'm wanting to use, where you run the cord through is just the tiniest bit too small for that jump ring to go through. Okay. Now I've also, the pinch bells are also from Temu. I'm going to sound like a broken record for a minute. This is a collection of charms that are all spider and web related charms. Okay. So all I did was pick out one, and the same thing from these skull and crossbones. Now, these actually came in a rack. A random act of kindness. And they're all different skulls. I'm telling you, they're gorgeous. Everything from these, I love these skull and crossbones, to this one, which is more like a link top with a ring at the bottom of the top. These tiny little ones right here. Another little tiny one. These right here, there's other ones in there as well. This one. Okay, so I picked out one of those as well. But it wanted to turn into a skull and crossbones. That's not the one I want. Okay, so this is getting pretty dry now. Always dry. Alright. Last but not least thing I'm going to do. This is just a old, it was a nail sponge. I mean a nail sanding block. I've used it as a backer so that when you drill a hole in your earring, whatever you're drilling, you've got something to drill against. That keeps you from blowing out the back side. Okay? And if you've ever blown one out, you know what I mean. Separating this layer of UV resin from the rest of the earring, pendant, whatever you're drilling. Okay? So, this is an electric drill from Let's Resin. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this pinch bell and put my pliers inside it and separate the pliers. Okay. Okay, this will take quite a large opening. Oh, it worked. Okay, I'm going to put it in the back. Find the hole on the front and pinch. That's why they're called pinch bells. If you don't think it's pinched enough, just put it on the edge of your desk, table, whatever you're working on, and pinch it down. Okay. That is gonna be adorable. Okay. Then I'll just put the leather cord, and then we'll find that large jump ring. Come on. Okay. Grab it. Put it back on. Exactly the way it came off. Hey, hey. Stop it. If you're ever worried about whether you closed a jump ring enough, try to stick your fingernail in there. If you can't stick your fingernail in there, the chain cannot come back through. Unless you're using a super fine chain. Alright, I'm just going to close that. Okay, now, these jump rings are 8s. Oh my goodness, okay. Camera issues aside, those are adorable. Cannot believe they just landed just perfectly. And then the pumpkin. I'm going to show it without picking it up at first, just because the charms will lay prettier. Okay. Now then, I love the little rhinestone on the pinch bell. That is so cute. The pumpkin is precious, with its little reflective backside, which is also really pretty. And then the charm. And then the charms, the little web, and the little skull. Cute, cute, cute. Alright. I want to thank you to Tracy and Crafters United, Crafting YouTubers United. I'll get it right eventually. For having this collaboration. Thank you to Tracy for hosting the collaboration. The theme this time was Halloween. There'll be others coming up in the future, so watch for those. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. I'll have the playlist listed below where you can just continue to watch. Binge watch them all day if you want to. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like everybody's video you watch, including this one. Subscribe. It's free. Bye for now.